Yes, we're back live. Episode 2, Don't Gas the Badge. So welcome back. Don't Gas the Badge Part 2. Back with JD and your host Buckstar. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment, and all the rest. So yeah, got a few good topics to talk about today. First one we'll get straight into really is the Sesko situation, because there's been a lot of other business that's gone on. This is one that's still yet to happen. Both Newcastle and Man United both looking at Benjamin Sesko. So first, I think Newcastle put a bid in for around 70 million euros. And then United have put a bid in, 70 million euros, 80 million euros. United have put a bid in worth 85 million euros, which includes add-ons as well. If you're Benjamin Sesko, where are you going? Who are you choosing? Which United are you going to?
Honestly, I know Newcastle finished like higher in the league than that recently, or the past couple of seasons. But in all honesty, I'd probably still go to Man United.
Okay.
Why?
What's your thinking?
My thinking is, personally, I've been past Newcastle, and it's just too far up north. It's just too far up north, man. Like living up there is just bleak. So yeah, I'd rather like Manchester. Yeah, it's north, but it's just not as far north, and you can still get to other places and that. He's a footballer, so he might not be looking at that. Plus, he's not English, so Man United is still the bigger club. There's more prestige, and if they can get a few players in and they get it right, then there's just more glory in playing for Man United. And yeah, Newcastle won the League Cup, but you'd still think that Man United are probably more likely to win stuff. My opinion. So.
Okay. I'll go back to your first comment. I've been to both cities more than once.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I actually preferred it in Newcastle to Manchester. Every time I've been in Manchester, it's rained. Every time I've been there. Newcastle is a nice city. I don't know if you've been there. You've been there before?
No, I've been past there. Like it's just so far north, man. It's like you're hours away from anywhere else. At least with Manchester,
Sunderland down the road. You got Middlesbrough not too far away. Yeah, I mean,
I've been to Middlesbrough once, just never again. So, yeah, nah,
it's the furthest city north in it, Newcastle. Furthest city north in England. So, yeah,
it's further than Carlisle, because I remember like when I was driving, like I was going to Scotland, and it just seemed like everything was just so far. I think Carlisle was a bit further north. I think
Carlisle's not a city though.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah, furthest city north is Newcastle.
Yeah. Well,
you got Cumbria, you got Cumbria and all that above it, and but again, it's not a city. So, but Newcastle, I was there not that long ago on a work get together, and it was good. Enjoyed it there, man. It's a nice looking city, and people are friendly and all that. Manchester. Not nothing against the people, because I wasn't, I didn't have any issues with any of the people in Manchester, but it just rained, bro. Every time I've been there, why does it have to rain every time I go there? And then I hear that it does rain a lot in Manchester, man. But so you got the area, which I don't think there's much in it in terms of where to live, kind of thing. But as a team, yeah, look at United. They've just bought Cunha, and they've got Mbeumo, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if you add Sesko to that, that looks like a decent front line, a decent front three. But apart from Bruno, I look behind that. What else has United really got there? I feel like they need so much work. Is there going to be a big pressure on him if he goes there? He's only young, don't forget.
I mean, I personally think Man United need to focus on defense. Like, I mean, left back, or when they're playing left wing, okay, they got a Dorgu guy. Is he really good enough? On the right, they got Dallo. I think they need one, maybe two centre backs, because that Euro guy, okay, he looks okay, but he's still young. Harry Maguire's just not good enough, and Luke Shaw, you can't rely on him. So they
You're
need to
not
go.
a fan of Luke Shaw, are you?
You know what? Like, he used to be he used to be an okay player, but he's not top quality. I don't know why England play him all the time. Like anytime he's fit, you get straight back into the England team. Nah, I'm not a
Well, yeah,
massive.
I don't think they had many other options until Lewis Skelly came along. So I think he'd
Well,
probably be first choice now for England.
to be honest with you, I think Tyreek Mitchell's been thoroughly disrespected by England. Like he should have been playing ahead of Luke Shaw.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
he had a good season last season as well. Yeah,
he's
he
been
actually did have a good season.
he's been good for the past 2 or 3 seasons, but because he's at Palace, he just doesn't really get the recognition. Like he doesn't get noticed enough. But he should definitely have had, more England caps than he's got. I think he's got one, maybe.
We just got Bizzle just left us a message there. Euro's okay, you know. He is all
Well,
right.
no,
He's a decent player in that, but I mean, you're
no,
right. He is young, and that's a massive club. And you know, I do think I agree with you actually in the sense that they need at least two centre backs. At least two centre backs. United. They got Martinez, don't forget. But again, is he the right? Is he the answer?
yeah, but
I don't know.
he's as injured as Luke Shaw, maybe even worse. Like they're both like just never fit.
Mm,
And regarding that Euro guy, like I don't really watch Man United like that. I only see Man United when they play Tottenham. Like that's the only time I'm really gonna watch Man United, unless I mean I don't really watch them, so he hasn't looked convincing whenever we've played them. I mean we beat them twice last season, home and away, and in the cup. So and the finals, yeah, 4 times, and yeah, he hasn't convinced me not once. So nah, not for me.
well, let's go and look at Newcastle now. If you look at Newcastle, and I've just got one more comment there from Bizzle there. He's saying, "Nah, we're good at centre back, a midfielder and a centre forward. Well, boy, he's more confident than I would be. I can say that much. I'd be crying out for some centre backs if I was a United fan. Um, but if we look at Newcastle now, Newcastle look a lot more settled as a team. They've got decent players there. They just signed Elanga, who I think is quality. They've got Gordon there, and yeah, all right. It looks like Isak's going to go there. I don't know if you saw. Did you see that video going around of him leaving the training ground?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
His vehicle was getting attacked by some little kids.
Yeah.
But there was other fans there shouting at him and stuff like that. I reckon it's a done thing now. He's not going to be there. I think this season. I don't think he'll be there. I think he'll go Liverpool.
Well, you'd think so, but I mean, they haven't bid again, and I don't know if they're just trying to like play games and like put a little bit of pressure on Newcastle, like maybe they think that Newcastle can't keep him,
Mm.
but the fans may have kicked the car and all that. But if he stays past the transfer deadline and they've got to put him back in the team, when he scores some goals, the fans will get back on side. So it's not. I don't think it's as deep as as you might think.
Okay. Well, time will tell anyway where he's going to go. How do you reckon he'll do in the Premier League though? He scored what was it, 15 goals in the Bundesliga last season, Sesko. Is that
I mean,
enough, or does that look like the signs of a player who can come and score a lot of goals in the Premier League?
I, uh, he plays for Leipzig, right? I mean, again, I've seen him once or twice in the Premier League, but I don't really have. I've not seen enough to like to give a real opinion on it. But he looks decent from what I've seen. He looks decent. So we'll see.
Yes, centre forwards coming from Germany don't necessarily do well when it comes to the Premier League.
Exactly.
Um,
Exactly. I mean, look. I know he's playing for Bayern, but look what Harry Kane's done since he's gone over there. He's just smashing hat tricks for fun. So I just
mm,
don't think the standard in that league is that high. I mean, once Bayern have played like Leverkusen, maybe Dortmund, and whoever finishes like third, fourth, like the rest of the teams are just cannon fodder. Like there's not much challenge in that league, is there? So if
no.
Sesko's scoring, I don't know, 20, 25 goals a season, all right, it's Germany, but we'll see what happens when you come down to the Premier League, and like we'll see if you can, keep up those numbers. I would say
Listen,
though,
yeah, it's true.
mm, what I would say though is like if you go to Newcastle, like Newcastle do have a better team, and like the supply might be a little bit better, but Man United have got one or two decent players, so I just think Newcastle were 1 or 2 injuries away from being back to where they were. Like, remember, like it's it's not that different of a team that was fighting relegation and that before. So 1 or 2 injuries, they can be right back where they were. Isak goes, like, who's going to score the goals for them? So
Well, that's why they're trying to get Sesko in it. And if they don't get Sesko, who do they get? Who else is available? Have you heard about anyone else that they're looking at?
apparently,
And I'm talking about United, and I'm talking about Sesko here. Just had
Vista,
another comment here.
Vista,
Let's just read this comment from Visual. So he's a unit, bit of pace and a rocket of a shot. He'd cook at United. Well, you'd hope so. So I would say we don't know. We'd have to wait and see. And it's the same for any striker coming to Premier League for the first
I
time. You
mean,
know, just that it's taken down bigger players before. Let's just say that.
but wasn't you saying that the Hoyland would cook at United as well, and that's not exactly turned out well. So we'll see. We'll see.
So yeah, I was saying anyone else so let's just say he picks Newcastle or he picks United. Who does the other club go for? Like, who do they get? Because Newcastle are gonna need someone, and United definitely need a centre forward. So
Well, apparently, Ollie Watkins is another option, and that Wissa from Brentford. I think. Well, Newcastle are still looking at him. So,
would you take
Wissa.
Wissa over Sesko?
mm, I mean, I've seen Wissa 19 goals last season. Prem proven, and he wasn't taking penalties. So, would I take Wissa? Yes, over Sesko. I don't know enough about him. So at this point in time, I'd have to say I probably would take Wissa, and
Mm,
he's a lot cheaper as well. So with
I
Wissa, you could
probably so I probably would. I
get him,
probably
and
would.
probably
Yeah.
get another player in as well. So there's that player. I mean, it's slightly off topic. There's a player, Middlesbrough, that midfielder Hackney. You know, like, if I'm Man United, I'm getting him and Wissa, or yeah, like, if Sesko went for Newcastle, I'd get Hackney and Wissa. So same money,
Okay.
you get 2 players.
Oh boy, let's see what's going to happen. We don't know yet. I'm sure in the next few days we'll have a better idea of where he's going to go, because he's going to have to make a choice.
Well, apparently,
Um,
he's leaning towards Man United anyway. I mean, that's what they said in the media, that he prefers Man United. So makes sense. Like I said,
okay.
it's a bigger club, and there's more glory in playing for Man United, and helping Man United get back to past glories than there is in playing for
Mm.
Newcastle. I think so.
All right. Next week we're going to talk about the second best foreign wide player to come to the Premier League, because he's leaving your club, and we've got Son, who's leaving and going to LA for a record fee for them, which is about 20 million. So how does it feel to be losing the second best foreign player to play on the wide left in the Premier League era?
It's kind of funny because before I was saying that that we need to sell Son, but now it's actually happening. So and it's like reality, and he's going. It feels kind of funny, man. It feels weird, like it's like, I don't know, man. It's like a family member's going. So it'll be sad to see him go, but it's necessary. I mean, he's not the same player that he was. He's given us great service over the years, but it is time to move on. And obviously, like, wish him well. Hope he achieves whatever he
I'm
can.
I'm glad to see the back of him, man. Missing that shot of Man City's scumbag.
Uh,
We know that was done purposely as well. I don't care what anyone says. That was a scumbag move from Son, man. That's some real hate right there.
Listen, man, Tom's a professional, man, and he would have missed that on purpose. But I'll be interested in seeing him go to the American League. I think he'll probably upstage Lionel Messi out there. I mean, he's not, he doesn't have the pace to play in the Premier League anymore. But that standard of football, he should dominate. So I think he could go out there and probably be one of the best players in the league. So, and I
Yeah,
hope
it
that's what
probably
happens.
could. Probably could. I don't care if it happens, but it probably could. So, what are some of the highlights of Son's career then at Tottenham? What would you say is are the standout moments for you
Standout
as a Tottenham
moment.
fan?
Oh, I mean, there's so many. I mean, goals versus Arsenal. He always scores against Arsenal. Like, left foot, right foot, top corners. Like, he's been a quality player. A quality player throughout the years. I mean, the Golden Boot, sharing that. with Mohamed Salah a couple of seasons back. Granted, there hasn't been that many trophies, but I mean the highlight has to be him lifting that trophy at the end on his way out. That's I mean there's been a lot of memories like Son. He's been you know easily the best Asian player to play in the Premier League. So yeah,
Best Asian player, second best foreign wide player.
who's the first?
Bobby Perez, mate.
Why did I even ask, man? Why did I ask? Okay.
But did you think when you signed Son, because he came, where did he come from? Was it Hamburg? Was it he came from? Was it Hamburg? Or I'm sure it's
Uh,
Hamburg he was at. No, not Hamburg. Was it
Leverkusen.
Hertha Berlin?
No, I think it's Leverkusen. No, was it
Or was it
Leverkusen?
Leverkusen? Okay, Leverkusen. Did you think when you signed him, did you know what you had, what kind of player you had when you signed him? Because he
Um,
played up front when he first joined, because I remember you were short on strikers. And very quickly into his career at Tottenham, he had to start playing up front. Do you remember
um,
that?
yeah, I mean, of course, but
And he was scoring. He was scoring goals.
when he first came, I mean, he looked good. Like it's not like he really had much of a period where like he was settling and he looked out of place. So from the first season, he was decent. Like I said, he was just scoring goals, and I think the game where I really like started to notice of Son was, I think his game against someone like Southampton, where he just like he just terrorized the defense, and I think he scored two in that game, and right foot, left foot, like both of them top corners. So yeah. Did I know it before we signed him? No, but I knew he was like highly rated because obviously, like you do a little bit of research. But yeah, I mean, he's turned out a lot better than anyone could have expected. So yeah,
What
just
what manager got the best out of him, do you think?
it's hard because I mean, under Poch was good, but Mourinho did well with him. Conte, I mean, I think he's played well under every manager. Like he's been consistently good. I mean, even under Nuno, Nuno's short period, he was good. So I just think he's been a consistently good player for Tottenham over the 10 years he's been here.
Okay. Um, all right. Well, yeah, we'll see how he does over there. I'm sure you'll probably hear about it and you can tell us. But looks like Son's on his way to LAFC. Record fee 25 mil. Sorry, 25 mil, 20 million.
Mm. Was
For that
uh,
age, it's not a bad fee to
mm.
get for someone of that age. So
was I don't watch any US football, but I probably will be like will be catching a few more games now that Son's gone over there. So it'll be interesting. Like I don't even know the levels. Like I
mm.
don't watch it at all. So but
It all
I will.
depends who goes there, innit? I remember like players like Gerard, Ibrahimovic, and like when they went, you'd watch those games just to see how they get on. Beckham when he went there all them years ago, just to see how that what it's about. What with those players there. Yeah, it's not something I would watch regularly, to be honest. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if he does upstage Messi out there. I think he probably will. He'll
Yeah,
probably
no, he will. He
do a
will.
lot better than Messi.
Like yeah, no, I think he will. I think he's got more to offer than Messi at this point in time in football. So yeah,
Mm.
it'll definitely upstage him.
All right, well, let's move it on now to the North London derby that we saw. Um, that out in Hong Kong ended up 1-0 to Tottenham, controversially, I will say. But but the question is like I've been watching a lot on social media, different people talking about the game, and a lot of people saying it mattered. Did it matter to you?
I didn't even watch the game. I didn't even watch it. I mean, I was out and about doing stuff, so I couldn't be at home watching. Did it matter? I mean, I didn't want to lose. Like I said before the game, we mentioned it, and I didn't want a heavy defeat. So, um, I mean, you never want to lose to Arsenal, and I wouldn't say any game against Arsenal doesn't matter, but yeah, I mean, it would, it wasn't the biggest game, just pre-season. It was over in Hong Kong. Uh, much rather win against you lot in the Premier League, if I had to choose. But yeah, it's you just never want
Mm,
to lose to Arsenal. And Saar scored a great goal, so yeah, nice
yeah,
bonus.
right. Yeah, right. I did watch it, and it was a good finish. I'll call it a good finish in the Premier League. That never stands in a million years. Lewis Skelly got fouled, got taken out, and then he picked the ball up and he finished it well. But yeah, in the Premier League, that would never have stood that goal. But that being said, I looked at it and I just thought, number one, what the hell is Raya doing all the way out there? He was way too far out. I don't know what he's thinking. He's not a midfielder. Get back in goal. And the ball that he played, I'm not even blaming Lewis Skelly because people are like, yeah, Lewis Skelly should have given the ball. Why are you giving the ball to Skelly there when he's surrounded by Tottenham players? It was just a bad pass on top of the fact that he's all the way out of his goal. So I would say that, yeah, Ryan needs to fix up because he can't be doing that in the Premier League, man. You know what I mean? I don't want Onana number 2 at my club, mate. Uh, but yeah, for me, I don't really care, to be honest. If we'd have won, drew, lost, like I don't really care about a preseason friendly. The only thing I do is I worry that, you know, hopefully we're not going to get anyone injured, and you'll know that with the injury to Maddison recently. Like you just want to come through these games with no injuries and hope that everyone's available for the Premier League when it kicks off. So that's the main thing for me. But what players on either side stood out to you on you've seen it, you must have seen some highlights by now.
Well, apparently Jed Spence played well. I mean, I didn't watch the game in it, so I had a look. I mean, I've seen the goal on YouTube, but I've not really like watched like extended highlights. I mean, it's preseason friendly, so if I was at home, I would have watched it. But you know, as I was out and about, like I said, I haven't really even bothered to look. So
I have to find out the name of that player that I was telling you about that you had that played really. Odebear, that's it. Odebear.
Oh, Odebear, yeah.
Okay. He looked really good. I ain't gonna lie. He looked really good. Played really well. I think he was playing wide left. I said left back before, but I don't think he was left back. I think he was playing wide left. But he just looks rapid.
No, he's got skills. He is quick, but he gets injured a lot, and his finishing hasn't looked good. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully, like you know, with the better coach this season, like you know, that Frank can get more out of him. But yeah, he was injured a lot of last season, so we didn't really see that much of him. But again, he's just looked wayward when he's in front of goal. That's the issue that I've had with him, to be honest.
Okay. So did you celebrate your trophy win, yeah?
What, the Europa League? Yeah, of course.
No, not Europa League. Hong Kong trophy, man. I heard some of your fans was happy with that, innit?
I don't even know there's a trophy at the end of the game, but you know, yeah. No, I didn't.
Okay. Well, we got to see Victor Gyökeres for the first time, but he just looks. He doesn't look match ready at all. He's had a long time out where he wasn't training and everything.
Well, again, that's because he was unprofessional. Like you know, even if you're leaving the club, like you still got, you know, you got a season coming up, so you need to, you know, try and get up to speed. So him doing that to try and force a move, like he would have got the move anyway. Like they would have sold him. Like he didn't need to do that.
Do you know why I'm not having the unprofessional thing?
Because he's got to
Nobody's saying. Why is it no one's saying that about Isaac? I haven't heard anyone come out and say, "Oh, Isaac's being unprofessional." He didn't travel. He didn't travel with Newcastle. He's only just returned to. No one's saying that. So Gyökeres, hang on. Let me land. Okay. Gyökeres had a deal with the former president that he would leave for X amount. That was the deal he had with the club. The club went back on that deal. So he's like, hold on a minute. We had that agreement. I'm not coming back to train or play for you anymore because you've gone back on your agreement with me. And that's the reason he wasn't returning to training or playing or anything like that.
Can't justify, you know? You're a professional, remain professional, and you know, fulfill your obligations. Like you got a contract, go and do that. Now you mentioned Isak. With Isak now, he was injured, so he didn't go on the tour. But he was when he got fit enough to train again, he was training in Spain with Sociedad, and now he's come back and he's joined preseason training.
Why is he training with Sociedad? Do you want your players training at other clubs? He should be training at Newcastle by himself.
He was using the facilities there. Newcastle were abroad. They were on a preseason tour. He was using the facilities in Spain, and then he came back when Newcastle came back. He came back and he joined preseason training. What are you?
Is he not trying to force a move? He's told him he don't want to play for him anymore. He wants to move on.
Okay, but but he's fulfilling his obligations. He's training. If there's any games, I'm sure if Eddie Howe brings him on in a game, he'll go on.
He's publicly said he doesn't want to play for Newcastle. He's let that be public.
Okay,
So
but
what is not unprofessional about that? You're under contract.
players have done that before. But okay, but he's still training and he's doing what he should be doing. Like you can say you want to leave somewhere. Like what's the issue there? Why is it unprofessional saying you want to leave? Everyone knows he wants to leave.
I find this rich coming from someone who approached Morgan Gibbs White illegally and didn't get him in the end. But yeah, you know, that's a bit rich coming from you.
Well, apparently you lot had an agreement with SA, but no agreement with Palace. So you've done the same thing.
No, we've speaking with Palace, bro. It's Palace that we haven't approached Eze and offered him deals like that without speaking to Palace.
Stop. I saw Sky Sports News that there's no agreement with Palace. So what are you talking about? Are you the only one?
I didn't say there was an agreement with Palace. I said that they've spoken to Palace. I didn't say there's an agreement with Palace. I said they've spoken to Palace.
Where'd you get that
from? How do you know they? Hang on a minute. You don't prove innocence. You prove guilt. So how do you know they haven't? What do you mean?
How do you know we did anything illegal with Gibbs White? How do you know?
Because it was there for everyone to see, man. The president was there standing with Gibbs White like some gangster to show Tottenham you ain't just coming and plucking our players like this about you approaching him illegally. So I just thought you had a bit. And we're not talking about Gibbs White now, but I'm just using that as an example to say it's a bit rich, you know.
We met the clause. That's it.
How did you know he had a release clause?
What do you mean? How do we know? Like
he agreed terms with Tottenham. He agreed terms.
Okay, again,
he agreed terms.
Like we never sat down with Gibbs White. Like we agreed terms with his agent. Like that's how it goes now. You go through the agent.
He accepted, bro. You got a here we go. You had a here we go. We all saw it. You can say what you want. We all saw the here we go. We all saw it, bro.
And what does that mean? Like.
That means that it was all done as far as Tottenham and Gibbs White were concerned. And then Forest were like, hold on, what about us? That's why he didn't end up getting him. It's a fact.
Anyway, I don't care. Like, we move on.
But anyway, I ain't even talk about Gibbs White, but I'm just saying it's a bit rich. Your career is, I can understand why he did what he did, man.
Let him rot at that little club. He'll regret it in the end. Like, he's stuck at Forest. What's he going to do there? Nothing. Let him rot. Stay there. No one gives a
It's all right last season.
That's last season. We'll see. What Forest looks right. Like they fell away. Like they're gonna do nothing. They're a scummy little club. They're no one.
Yeah, but they didn't finish 17th, did they?
They didn't win nothing. We're in the Champions
League. Fair play. They didn't win anything, but they finished high at the table, man.
We're in the Champions League. They're not. Their captain wanted to join us. He stayed. Good luck to him. No one gives a toss.
Oh man, I feel a little bit of bitterness coming from your voice there, man. Anyway,
did I want him?
I did.
We didn't get him, so we move on. Like there's other players out there. Like we'll get someone just as good or even better.
Like who are you getting?
I don't know yet. But like Daniel Levy's like he's got to be working on something, man. Like he needs to pull something out of the bag. So we'll see.
Daniel Levy's working on it, increasing his share value, mate. That's what Daniel Levy's doing. I just wanted to mention what's his name, Max Stauman. I'll tell you now, this kid looks unreal. He looks unreal. Honestly, he looks so comfortable playing in grown men's football at only 15 years old. Imagine he's too young to register to play in the Premier League until November or December. Like that's crazy. But pre-season, he just was. Every time he came on, he was bossing it, man. I don't know if you've seen much of him, but I know Rio Ferdinand was talking about him today. Talking about he hasn't seen anyone that he's been that amazed by since Wayne Rooney broke through. But I think this kid can go all the way. Like he looks that good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him. Apparently he's happy at Arsenal. He's an Arsenal fan. He's been there since 9 years old. His dad's an Arsenal fan who I think represents him as well. And yeah, he understands that being the age he is, it is going to be a kind of a waiting game. He's not expecting to be fast tracked in or nothing like that. He gets it. So hopefully some, a good future at the Arsenal for Matt Starman, because I've been really impressed with him in
And is
pre-season.
it another Jack Wilshere who,
And
look,
no, they're saying this kid, nah, that they described, and I heard about him before I actually saw him play. And the reason I heard about him, I was reading an article, and the academy people were saying that he's the best player they've seen come through the Marble Halls. He's the best young player they've seen.
they
So
said
when
that
they're
about
talking like
Saka,
that,
they said that about Fabregas, they said that about Wilshere. I mean, they've said it lots of times. So they're
what
gonna say it
Fabregas the World Cup winner, you mean that one? Yeah, they have.
every time you say young
Wilshere was a top player as well.
player,
He's just injuries with him. Wilshere was a top player, top player, but he's just injuries with him. But yeah, there's everyone they're saying it about seems to go on and do big things. So
Wilshere, you lot overplayed him at a young age.
I wouldn't say that. Not all people that get paid
Like, you
overplayed
lot
at a young
ruined
age
him.
get injured.
You lot ruined him.
Hang on a minute. We played Fabregas at a younger age than Wilshere. Did we ruin him? No. That's just genetics, bro. It's nothing to do with at a young age. It's just genetics.
Fabregas.
When we were young and we were teenagers, we was playing football all the time, all the time. It didn't mean that okay, we better not play tomorrow because we played yesterday. No, we play all the time. We weren't getting injured like that. So no, I don't. That's just genetics thing. It's nothing to do with the age you are at all. Nothing at all to do with it. But yeah, we'll look forward to seeing Matt Starman anyway. We will. Hopefully you lot won't, man. Anyway, the real North London derby is quite early on in the season anyway, so that'll be a good one. Maybe you can do a watch along or something like that when that comes up. That'll be at your stadium first, isn't it? I think you're at home first this time.
Okay.
Which is a nice change because it's always us at home first and then we play away at yours second. So it's been reversed round this time.
3 points, we'll take that, man.
Yeah, it was the last 3 points. Been a minute, innit? Yeah, I thought so.
Well,
Anyway,
we've actually got a manager this season, so yeah, I'm sure it'll be different this season.
seen bigger managers there, and not much different from Tottenham, especially at the Emirates. You don't like playing there. But anyway, that's all on the North London derby. We'll have plenty of time to talk about the upcoming North London derbies. Any last words from you? Anything else you wanted to talk about before we finish?
Like I said, nah, not really, man. Just again, just need Tottenham to just get on with it, man. Get some players in, man. That's I'm just hoping to see, man. Like because at the moment our squad can't go into the season with the players that we've got now, man. We need to sign, I'd say 2 or 3 players minimum. We need. So
okay. Yeah, well, same with us. I think I still think we need a left-sided player desperately. It's not even looking like Martinelli or Trossard's going to go. They were talking about one of them going, but I've been watching the kit launch of the new third kit, which looks sharp as well. And they're in the pictures, so I don't think they're going anywhere.
Didn't Trossard isn't Trossard injured though? Because he won't be going if he's injured because he's not going to pass a medical anywhere anyway. So Martinelli, are you selling him?
I don't think we are. I think Arsenal have come out and said they've got no plans to sell Martinelli.
So you're not
But
bringing
I still think we need a left-sided player. I really do.
So what's happening with Eze? Like I thought you were supposed to be going to Arsenal. Like what's happening with that? That's gone quiet now.
Well, listen, this is Arsenal. Arsenal. As much as I love my club, I'm always honest, man. And when it comes to transfers, we ain't the sharpest tool in the box, are we? We drag our heels. We take forever. We try and penny pinch left, right, and center. And then a lot of the time we end up losing out on targets because we just taken too long. But I think with Eze, apparently they're relaxed about it. That's what I'm hearing. The reports are saying that Arsenal are relaxed about the situation. They're still interested in Eze. And there was like he had like a release clause that has run out now. So a lot of people are saying that they were waiting for the release clause to run out because they can get more favorable terms in terms of paying in installments and stuff like that. Because apparently Eze's release clause is airtight. Like they want X amount up front. and then X amount within a certain period of time.
Yeah,
So
but
if you let that run out, you've got more room to negotiate for. You might end up. This was on Sky Sports News. They said you might pay a little bit more, but it means you can spread the cost over a longer period of time in terms of your installments.
but like his release clause doesn't stop you negotiating. Like if Palace are willing to do a deal, like they can negotiate whether the clause is active or not. They don't
They're
have
not
to
going to
say.
negotiate. They're not going to negotiate for anything other than the release clause if the release clause is still there, though, are they? And that's sounding like what Arsenal don't want. They don't want to pay the release clause under those terms. So that's why they've let it expire. Apparently, it's expired. I don't know if it has or not, but apparently it's expired now. So we'll see what happens. I hope we get him. I'd like to get Eze in at Arsenal. He said he's got unfinished business here. So yeah, come and play for the Arsenal, mate. Go and
He's
batter
still
the Tottenham.
okay. All right.
Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share. And we're back next Tuesday with another Don't Gas the Badge. So thanks from JD and from myself, Buckstar. See you next week.